It is a Married with Channels podcast.
Hello.
Married couple talking TVs and movies. And my name is Moose.
And I'm Jody.
And we've been married 172 years.
Lovely.
We're vampires.
I love it.
And
Should we go for eternity then?
I mean, we're gonna have to do something when everybody else is dead and gone, and we're still vampiring around.
All right.
Watching TV shows.
No one I'd rather do that with.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's get into it.
Yeah.
HBO, or I don't know if you call it an HBO show or a Max show. I think
I don't even know now.
It's The Regime with Kate Winslet.
I'm so old. I remember when you had to pay for each of those channels. So, the fact that they're one now is kind of crazy. But
The Regime, Kate Winslet, she is like this autocratic leader of this fake Eastern European nation.
yeah.
And she's like ruling with a heavy hand, but she's also very insecure at the same time.
She's got some quirks.
She's got some quirks. And
Yeah.
then there's this dude who comes in. He's from their military, and he's a part of this big, huge, operation where they end up killing a bunch of people. And he starts influencing her, Corporal Zubak. She's
Yes.
Chancellor Elena Vernham. Anyway, he's like got this whole kind of almost homeopathic way of doing things that she starts incorporating into her style. And I know it's kind of an unusual show. It's not quite what I thought it would be,
Yeah.
but it's not bad. I'm not saying that in a bad way.
I thought you would like this one a lot because it's kind of out there and quirky and just different. I don't know if I liked. It's like I'm not sure if I liked it or not. I liked Kate Winslet in it and her performance. I just didn't quite get it.
I feel like this show, I'm with you. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if I like it or not.
Yeah.
I definitely haven't sunk my teeth into it.
Yeah.
I have, but it's not like that juicy meat that I thought it would be. It's like a show that's good because of Kate Winslet.
Yes.
She's so good.
Yes.
And remember Mayor of
Mayor of Easttown.
is that it? Where she was like this small town cop in Pennsylvania, and she put on this great kind of Philly accent where instead of saying water, you say wooder, and she's just phenomenal. And on this one, The Regime, she has this very posh English accent,
Yeah.
very dignified sounding accent like this. And she's just great, not just with accent, but with acting, obviously. And this whole show, it's like, I like that they're exploring this leader of this fake country, and she's supposed to be kind of an autocracy and not and borderline dictator, but she is that, but she's also very insecure.
Mm-hmm.
And there's also this kind of not will they, won't they, but like this sexual tension between her and Zubak, like,
Yeah.
but then there's not.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
they're
don't know.
both weird characters. I think for me too, this one had like a little bit of an identity crisis. I wasn't sure what it was trying to be. Like, are you a drama? Is this supposed to be a comedy? Like, I didn't know because it's just so kind of different. I didn't know what it was trying to be. Like, is it a statement of have and have nots? Like, what are they trying to do here? I just really struggled with that with this show, I guess.
I think it's a show that, like I said, rests on the shoulders of Kate Winslet.
Yeah.
And and it has a budget. Like, the set pieces are nice.
Mhm.
You believe that this is a far off Eastern European nation.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know what to think of The Regime.
Yeah.
I honestly sometimes forget that it's there and it has new episodes.
Yep.
That said, when we watch it, it's enjoyable.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine.
I don't know. Sometimes I'm not sure if I want to laugh or roll my eyes at some of the absurdities of the character, like, okay, one, I don't know if I don't know if this is a spoiler or not, but like they have her dead father preserved forever, and she talks to him and tries to get guidance from him. Like, I'm just like, wait, what? Okay.
The whole preserving a fallen leader is not uncommon from what I understand with like autocratic dictatorial nations.
Forever Lenin, and ever.
Lenin is lying in pose somewhere in Moscow.
Like you can see him in a glass coffin.
Yeah, he's lying there in a glass, just like her father in the show.
Yeah, that's weird.
And I want to say he's either Moscow or St. Petersburg. He's lying in state. That's the word I'm looking for.
You got to have a pretty good embalmer, like
an air conditioning system.
I mean, yeah, climate control thing so that it never. Yeah, I don't know how. Yeah.
Let's play a clip from the regime. This is taken from the trailer for the show. It's about 10 seconds long.
Welcome. Lovely to meet you, Madam Chancellor. Good. Love this Kingfisher blue. Or try not to get blood on it.
Try not to get blood on it.
Martha Plimpton.
Yeah.
Yeah, good to see her.
God, she was such a fixture in the 80s.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So the regime, you and I both, if I had to kind of wrap it in a bow, I would say we're both like, it's okay. It's okay.
It's different.
Fine. Not quite sure what's going on here exactly, but, nothing else is interesting. Let's check it out.
Go, Kate.
Yeah. So, that's on HBO Max or whatever. Moving on to a Netflix show. This is from Guy Ritchie, who did Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. He did Snatch, a couple other turds, one with his former wife, Madonna. But he's we talked an episode ago about vision and style. He's a guy that has a style.
Okay.
His is very not Tarantino-esque, but very kind of snappy.
Yes.
Wide angle, kind of frivolity and a lot of F-bombs.
Yeah, not a lot of smooth transitioning. It's just kind of, we were here, now we're here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Gentleman basically involves this, I guess he's a duke now that his father died. His father died, was a duke in England. He is now the duke, takes over the estate. The estate's left to him. He has an older brother who thought he was getting the estate, but he is not because he's kind of a cokehead fuck up. But anyway, the main son finds out that his dad had been allowing this marijuana growing operation to operate on his land, assuming underground for the most part. And so he's got to now he finds himself kind of balancing the family estate with, does he get rid of this marijuana operation or does he help it along because it does provide money for the family? So, his brother ends up shooting a gangster in the first episode while wearing a chicken suit.
Yes.
But, The Gentleman on Netflix. What do you think?
This one's just okay for me.
Yeah.
There's some plot writing that just doesn't sit well. Like, if that brother just messes everything up, like, why would you keep letting him handle things? Like, I'd be locking him in a room so he can't mess it up, Like, let's just keep you out of trouble here, buddy. But I don't know. And, the acting is just okay. There's some good, some bad there, I don't know. It's just okay for me. Agreed.
It's fine. It's okay for me too. I was going to say it'd be better as just a movie, but this comes from a Guy Ritchie movie of the same name from 2019.
Oh, interesting.
And it's kind of the same plot. There's a marijuana growing operation and with some hoity-toities and.
So did they just adapt it for TV then?
Yeah, but I think they've taken some liberties with it.
Okay.
It's not a straight adaptation.
Okay.
but I don't know, like you, there's some moments that I like with it. There's nothing in there that's really got me. I'm not super interested in this elite class, we'll say upper class family having to deal with a marijuana operation.
Yeah.
And this rich marijuana / drug dealing conglomerate wants to come in and buy it. I don't know. I don't know if there's anything there for me. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't see this one grabbing me and keeping my attention, really.
Right.
I mean, so
it's only gotten about 40% of my attention.
Yeah.
I think I'd probably rather watch The Regime than The Gentleman.
I kind of agree with that.
Which is kind of odd. Like, The Gentleman should be right up my alley. You know, there's some crime stuff going on. You got some posh, you know, kind of regal types in there. There's a little bit of violence. There's some kind of goofy, weird humor now and then, but Gentleman is just not holding me. Here's a clip.
People either survive in the jungle or exist in the zoo.
What do you think, John?
I think you should fuck off back to your country house and wank off your spaniel.
Welcome to the jungle.
Yeah, even with Giancarlo Esposito, I'm just kind of on this one.
Yeah.
Shall we move on?
Absolutely.
That was quick. And finally for today's show, Griselda on Netflix.
Yeah.
Starring Sofia Vergara.
Yeah.
This is a kind of a dramatic retelling of the famous Griselda drug dealer from the 80s.
Blanco is her last name.
Griselda Blanco, thank you. She was apparently the only one that Pablo Escobar admitted he was scared of. Like, there's nobody Pablo Escobar was scared of, but he was scared of Griselda Blanco.
Yeah. I wonder why. I'm fascinated by this story. We're not super far into it yet.
No.
Right? Yeah.
I know a little bit about Griselda Blanco. What I do know is she was vicious and brutal. And that's one of my problems with the Griselda show is she seems real nice.
Well, we're just getting cooking.
Yeah. She's just starting to really build her U.S. cocaine empire. So, yeah, maybe by the end of the season, she'll be this ruthless, you know, take no shit, drug dealing mob boss mama.
I think they're kind of doing that on purpose because so far in the story, you know, she's just getting set up. She's treating her employees very well. They're all enjoying the nice, posh life that she's setting up for them. But in that world, it's probably pretty brutal and cutthroat. And I think the tables will turn there, and she probably will snap and do whatever it takes to defend her empire that she's creating, you know?
Yeah.
The thing about this lady so far in the story, even though we're not very far into it, is like she does not take no. She does not take no for an answer. And even if she gets told no initially, she finds another way. And like just that tenacity and just kind of seeing that unfold has been interesting. Like, okay, what's she going to do now? Like, you know, but yeah, she seems just not afraid and, you know, kind of, I don't want to say a hero because she's not a hero for doing something noble, you know, but she's a very strong woman in what in this era is a very brutal man's world. And so she's like, I'm going to make it here. I know what it takes. I know what to do. And you're not going to be in charge of me. And I'm going to grab this for myself, you know?
No, yeah, she's very determined and headstrong.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see if the producers of the show, which I believe are the producers from Narcos,
Okay.
which is a great series.
Yeah.
So I have high hopes for this one.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're kind of following the Breaking Bad model where she starts off this sympathetic character that you almost like and root for.
Yeah.
But by the end of the season or the end of the series, you're like, oh, what an evil bastard. You know?
She's scary,
Yeah.
apparently. Yeah.
And I got to imagine that's where they're going to go with it because, like I said, the real life Griselda Blanco,
yeah.
by all accounts, was vicious.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I'm liking the show. It's set in the 80s and you got that whole kind of charm there.
Yeah. I think
Sofia
the acting's great.
Yeah, Sofia Vergara's, she's great. Like,
Yeah.
as much as she gets about her beauty and all
Yeah.
that, she's an actually really good actress. She's a great comedic actress too. Not that that's involved here, but she's shown the dramatic chops, that's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
But Griselda, I think, is one to visit on Netflix.
Agree.
When you're on Netflix, maybe move past Gentleman. If you have Gentleman, The Gentleman, and Griselda, I would go check out Griselda.
I would too. Yeah. If you got to make a choice, yeah.
And I have no audio for Griselda because most of it's in Spanish.
Oh yes.
Sorry.
We could translate maybe. I don't know.
See. All right. I think that's going to do it for us on this here Married with Channels podcast.
Yep.
Hopefully we'll pump out another episode sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
Yeah, make sure you follow us on Twitter at MarriedWChans, 2 N's.
Share, tell your friends.
Absolutely. This Married with Channels podcast with married couple talking TV shows and movies is wrapping up. My name is Moose.
And I'm Jody.
We'll see ya.
Bye.